Two Apache women seeking shelter found a home, and a farmer found his heart. When the storm rolled across the desert that night, old farmer Ben Hollister thought he'd seen every kind of trouble the world could throw at a man, but nothing prepared him for the moment he opened his creaking barn door and found two Apache women soaked, shivering, and clutching each other like the wind itself was after them. It wasn't fear in their eyes that struck him, it was exhaustion, a kind of bone-deep weariness that told a story no words could. Before we continue this powerful story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to channel name like, where every story reminds us that kindness still matters. Ben stood there, lantern trembling in his hand. He didn't know their names, their past, or why fate had delivered them to his doorstep. All he knew was what his grandmother used to tell him. When someone appears at your door in need, it's not an accident. It's a responsibility. So he guided them inside, offered blankets, and warmed a pot of soup even though he'd barely had enough for himself. The women introduced themselves quietly, Nina and Tala, sisters who had walked miles. After being displaced from their land, they expected suspicion, maybe hostility, but not warmth. Not from a stranger, not from a farmer whose people once saw theirs as enemies. Over the next few days, the storm didn't let up, and neither did Ben's unexpected sense of duty. He taught them how to tend the horses. They helped him mend his garden fence, their hands steady despite their exhaustion. Slowly, like the first sunrise after a long night, trust began to settle between them. But the twist came the morning. Ben discovered his most valuable mare gone from the pasture, tracks in the mud. A broken gate latch, no sign of the sisters. His heart dropped. Had he been fooled by kindness of his own making? Had he offered shelter only to be taken advantage of? He searched the property in silence, disappointment heavier than the storm clouds above. But hours later he saw movement near the riverbank. The mare stumbling, tangled in brush and trembling with fear. And there beside her were Nina and Tala. They hadn't taken the horse. They had saved her. They'd risked the rising floodwater to keep the animal from drowning. They were soaked to the bone, hands scraped raw, but they were smiling, almost relieved he had finally found them. Ben felt something shift inside him, something he hadn't felt since his wife passed years before. Gratitude, respect, a kind of unexpected affection born not of romance, but of shared humanity. That evening, as they all sat near the old wood stove, Ben made a decision he didn't need to think twice about. He offered them a home, not temporary shelter, not a favor, a place, a future. The sisters accepted with tears streaming down their cheeks, and in the months that followed, the farm transformed. Laughter returned to the hallways. His land flourished under their care. And Ben came to believe something he'd long forgotten, that people aren't defined by where they come from, but by what they choose to give, even when they have nothing left. In a world eager to divide, three strangers built a family, not by blood, but by kindness. And maybe that's the heart of this story. Sometimes we offer shelter to save someone else, and discover it was our own heart that needed saving all along.